Hi there, this is Maria here. How are you all doing today? I hope that you're blessed and that you're doing very well. And I want to share with you today an update to my storage system. I did a video previous to this one, I believe, if you happen to watch it, where I decided to store my scraps on notebook papers. And I remember thinking that it would be better to get some binders to store the scraps. It would make it a lot easier to keep the scraps organized. So I went ahead and I did that, and I want to show you what my binders look like and give you some tips if you're interested in using the system. I purchased 3 binders for my papers. In the future, I may need more. I have this binder for painted papers. This is for scrapbook paper, and this is for my neutral papers. I really like this idea. These binders come with a front pocket where I can insert my painted paper that lets me know that this binder has my painted papers in it. On the left side, there is a pocket where I store large pieces of painted papers. It comes with an envelope where I can store a variety of other papers, and it comes with dividers that have pockets on each side, and they are colored. So this is perfect because I can obviously just store my papers in each tab per color. One of the things that I have done differently is that I am not using paper pages to store my scraps on like I did in the previous video. I decided to use instead page protectors, and I inserted inside each page protector a page from an old book, semi-thick page. The protectors themselves are pretty flimsy, and I did not want that. So this is a bit more solid, and I really like it. My scraps stick just fine to these plastic protectors, and I am still using my repositionable glue stick. I thought that I may need to use my regular glue stick on some of the pieces at first, and that was a mistake. If you use regular glue stick on this, they will stick great until you start flipping the pages, and because you're making this movement where you are folding the page, the glue would give and the pieces would fall off. However, with the repositionable glue, this doesn't happen. The pieces just stay put. So I am very happy about that. I have already been using the system since last video has been, I don't know, since I originally did the video, maybe a couple weeks, I'm not quite sure. And I absolutely enjoy working with this. It is so easy to see what you have. You get reacquainted with old treasures that you forgot you had. At least I forgot because they were hidden in bins, in baskets. And it was a pain to try to dig all of that out to just create some collages. One of the things that I realized as well that's very beneficial is that because I see all of my papers that I have available to create a collage, I don't go looking into drawers and pulling out large pieces of paper to tear up because I cannot find what I want in those little messes that I had. Does that make sense? Everything is in view now of all the papers that I have that I use daily, that I would like to use daily for my collages. Everything's in view. So my intention with this is to use all these scraps as much as possible instead of creating new ones. Eventually, if I get tired of the same look, I will end up throwing some scraps away. That's no big deal to me. However, some of these are a few years old, and it's nice to see what you had that you had forgotten about. There's some neat little pieces here that I completely forgot, and I was so happy I found, like these bright little flowers and these doodles, and some of that is attached to a memory. I'm like, oh, I forgot, I could never find them. They were buried. So this is really cool. I also use some protectors as pockets to store, for instance, here, these pieces that are very irregular and large, and whatever I want, I can just keep adding and filling my binders. So this is my painted papers binder that I use to do my art journals. This is my binder for my scrapbook paper. And again, the same principle. Pockets, envelopes, dividers with pockets per color, and I'm using my page protectors, and it's working very well. In fact, you see here, they're not falling off. Some of these are a bit heavy, more like cardstock, and they are stuck with repositionable glue, and they're staying there. So I'm very happy with this. I can keep adding. And here is my neutral binder. Neutrals. They're coffee dyed pieces, cream colored, white color, painted, non-painted. I use them both for junk journals and art journals, and just a big variety. I really like the fact that I do not have to go looking for a piece and ripping a big piece of paper because I cannot find, say, this piece. That saves me creating a lot more scraps. I can find what I have and use what I have. And when that's done, then I can go to my drawer of large pieces and start ripping up. So this is divided basically the same way, except not much by color, but by type. I do have some that are lined. And here I have just put a reference of what it is, my lined paper here. And this is text paper. And I have some dotted papers and just some imagery. I have these little images that were floating around in my desk. In last video, I had created a little spiral, and I decided to just go ahead and add them to my binders. Who knows, as I make more scraps, I may need to actually add more binders, and maybe one binder will be used for one color, a second binder for another color, and so on and so on. So here it is, my updated system for storing paper scraps. I hope that you have enjoyed it, that you find some value in it. And if you do, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and help me push a positive message out to many more people that need to create, that need the Word of God, and that need to be encouraged. That would be great. I thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time. You all take care. Bye-bye.